Senator from Oregon.
I ask the CBO letter of June 29 to the ranking member of the Budget Committee be submitted for the record.
Without objection.
And in this letter, it notes that the baseline was prepared, the alternative baseline, based on a request made by the chairman of the Senate Committee on the Budget. But the letter goes on to say this. The CBO estimates that enacting this title would increase the deficit by nearly $3.5 trillion over the 2025-34 period. Clearly, that amount, done by honest numbers from CBO, exceeds the budget resolution level, and therefore we should not affirm the ruling of the chair. It is said in this ruling, I just heard, that precedent provides a foundation for this. But in fact, the ability of the chair to create a phony baseline has never been used in reconciliation. Not ever. And in fact, the example cited over Head Start, that never appeared in any budget reconciliation. And in fact, that conversation about Jeffrey Zients that we heard from the majority leader, that too was absolutely wrong. Current law was used for estimating the cost of that bill. This
time has expired.
51-year tradition of the Senate.
The senator's time has expired.
Mr. President.
The leader is recognized. I'm sorry.
Senator from Idaho is recognized. Sorry. Mr. President, we're just rehashing the same old arguments, but I want to make something really clear. This Congress, in the budget resolution for this reconciliation, adopted the current policy baseline. CBO scored that current policy baseline. It said that our bill generates a $506 billion deficit reduction. The ranking member for the Budget Committee asked them to give it a new score based on a different baseline, the current law baseline, which says that we have to say that if we don't raise people's taxes, that we're causing a deficit. They said they would, they always do. They give the scores that different members of Congress ask them to give, and they gave that score and said, well, if you raise taxes by $4 trillion, then you will have a $4 trillion increase in tax revenue. That's what the whole debate is about, folks. You can complain and use different words and deficits and all that stuff. There is a CBO score on the baseline adopted by this Congress on this resolution that sets the score at $506 or $507 billion of deficit reduction.